It's now my pleasure to invite back to the stage Chair of the Committee Bill Johnson and Chuck Dietrich for a presentation of the Friend of the Council Award.
Thank you. I'm just going to go off the agenda for one moment, if you don't mind, and indulge me. I know they were saying earlier this was 19 years that I've served as the chair of this committee. Every single year that we have an opportunity to select a few, it really is a story about all of us. And what is remarkable is that I have come to truly appreciate and understand that we in this room, you, the light of the future. When we heard from Mike earlier about the ideas that we have, there is no other group in this state that knows how to take those ideas and get them done. You are the light, you are the hope, you are the future that we can depend on for creating a world that we know is going to be better than the one that we live in today. And on that behalf, I would like to say that every story is a story not about each unique individual who we honor, but it's a story about every single person in this room. And so consequently, I thank you for the honor of serving you in this capacity all of these 19 years. Thank you very much. Thank you. It was a little longer than the 30 seconds I was allotted, but thank you very much. Right. So as chair of this distinguished, it is also my privilege to award Friend of the Council to a non-member of the Council who has significantly contributed to the field of education. This year's Friend of the Council Award is sponsored by our Premier Gold partner, Keenan & Associates. I now invite their Senior Vice President, Jeff Hall from Keenan & Associates, to come forward to help present the award. Please thank them in booth 42 in our Marketplace of Ideas. Jeff. It is with great pleasure that I announce that the Distinguished Service Committee selected Executive Director and CEO George Duffy III of Scope Education Service to receive Friend of the Council Award. Although George retired a number of years ago from his position as superintendent, he never forgot who he was and where he came from. In this second career, he has continued to dedicate his professional life to superintendents and the children and communities we serve. In that career, George has been a great ally of the council and the superintendency and is recognized by superintendents as a person who gives of himself and his professional expertise with a purpose of improving public education. For example, Long Island superintendents have benefited from George and Scope's commitment to improve services to our school children. Scope supports each member district with scholarships to graduating seniors and hosts an annual dinner where districts can celebrate exceptional service within its ranks. Scope also hosts a mini conference and dinner for new Board of Education members that is often attended by state education and council leadership. Under George's direction, 2 years ago, Scope provided the funds for Long Island school districts to bring all mental health and drug awareness providers together to learn about the opioid crisis and to draft plans to address this serious problem. Thanks to George's leadership, Scope also supports robotics programs in schools to keep this important endeavor alive and well. To encourage central office personnel to consider the superintendency, Scope now offers seminars run by local superintendents to grow the leadership ranks. Annually, Scope sponsors staff development opportunities for local superintendent organizations on topics relevant to them. Lastly, it is commendable that George and Scope host Long Island superintendents at the Council's Fall Leadership Summit and Winter Institute year after year so they can engage with one another, encourage a rich exchange of ideas, and strengthen their ranks. For all these and many other reasons, too many to enumerate, I now invite George Duffy to please come forward to accept Friend of the Council Award. Congratulations, George.
been given a couple minutes just to say a few words, and there are a few people I want to recognize and certainly not forget. But it's truly a tremendous honor to be here with you today and to receive this award. I've been a member of the council for 20 years as both an active and retired member, and I'm truly humbled and I'm proud to have been selected to receive the Friend of the Council Award. I want to thank the Executive Director, Chuck Dietrich, the current President, Kevin McGowan, and the distinguished committee for both considering me worthy of this award and for selecting me as this year's recipient. The work I do now as the Executive Director of Scope Education Services would not be possible without the support of many individuals, some of whom are present here today. I want to first thank, there's a couple of former members of the council, Dr. Joe Del Rosso and Kramer Harrington, that I worked with when I first came to Scope back in 2006, for providing me with their trust and their confidence and their friendship to help me learn a little bit about this business and what we do for schools. I also have a number of my board members here with me today, all superintendents of schools. Without their constant support and trust, I would not be able to do any of the things or put any of the programs in the schools that I put in to provide the services to the families and to the children we serve. Many of those board members are here with me today. The past president, most recent past president of the New York State Council, Dr. Lorna Lewis, Mr. Hank Grishman, Mr. Lars Clemenson, Dr. Chuck Russo, Dr. Ken Bossert, Dr. Robert Dillon, Dr. Ron Massera, Ms. Bernadette Burns, Dr. Roberta Gerald, Dr. Vince Butera, and Dr. Joe Famularo. It's no secret why I'm successful at Scope Education Services, and I thank you for everything you do to support our efforts. And I thank you and share this award with you today. I also want to congratulate Mike Nagler as Superintendent of the Year. The committee could not have selected a more deserving individual, Mike, and it's a pleasure to work with you and call you a friend and colleague. Congratulations, Mike. Finally, to my Scope family. There's almost 1,700 employees of Scope across Long Island. Together, we provide programs to school districts, children, families, including child care programs that serve over 7,000 children each day, pre-K and universal pre-K programs that serve over 1,500 children in Nassau and Suffolk County, enrichment programs that serve over 5,000 children each school year and each summer. We provide professional development through an approved CTLE program. We provide training for educators annually. And one of the things that we're most proud of is that, particularly in our children programs, we never leave a child out of our program based on financial needs. In the last 5 years, we've given out over $1 million in scholarships for children to attend our programs. We want no child to not be provided the advantage based on financial need. And that's a tribute to all of us at Scope, our board, our employees, and everyone that works with us. I have 4 members of my Scope family here with me today. Mr. Michael O'Brien, Associate Director for Instructional Service, Ms. Ann Nuzzo, our Director of Facilities and Executive Services, and Ms. Christine Cosme, our Assistant Director of Facility and Executive Services. I just ask for a round of applause for these people. They're amazing at what they do, and I thank them for being here with me today. And finally, I wouldn't be standing here if it wasn't for the support of those 1,700 people. So on behalf of the entire Scope organization, I accept and dedicate this award to them. I thank you for this recognition, and it is with deep gratitude, much admiration, and the utmost respect for every member of NYSCOS that I humbly accept it. And I thank you for having me here today. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. Have a good day.
Congratulations again, George. I know in learning more about Scope, and for those of us outside of your region who had the opportunity to learn, especially through this process, about the work that you're doing, it is so, so impressive. And we think perhaps a model that could be replicated in other parts of the state to provide a tremendous service to all of our children, too. So that's quite a spread of influence, and we really appreciate that. So once again, congratulations.